Hello, Lava. How are you? I am fighting being gravely ill right now. So, be prepared for that. Hello, Nasura9TDD. How are ya? Got people slowly filing in today. Love it. Love to see when people come and hang out with us. Ooh, Gibster. Hey, Gib, I got your message. I didn't have a chance to respond. It's been busy morning. It has been busy morning, busy several days, busy, so tired all the time. I come to find out Stir is gravely ill. Just lost art competition to AI. Good God, what art competition? Are the people running it aware? What's the video talking about it? As you should. That's terrible. I have yet another video coming out on I think Wednesday of next week where I talk a little bit about AI. So, dude, I've been researching like heck. I get the pain. Yeah, nightmare. Living, breathing nightmare. I guess not living nor breathing, but nightmare nonetheless. I'm so sorry for, I guess, for your loss. That's terrible. Ooh. Like my video that's coming out on Wednesday is primarily about Avatar. Because I love Avatar. I love Avatar so much. And everything going on, and it's like, hey, just a heads up, like if we're sharing those videos of the leak, we're basically telling all of these large industry moguls, like, hey, AI is so much easier. So don't do that. So don't share those leaks. It was a design competition for a gun design in CODM. It was meant to have 9 finalists, and I didn't qualify, which I would have been fine with, except 80% of the finalists were AI generated. God. Was it one of those contests where it was like, hey, AI, okay? Or is it just one of those things where it's like, obviously as an artist, you can tell? Hello, Cryptic Draws 12. How are you? I'm just straight chilling. I'm working on a side project. I don't know. It's a side project for me. I don't know a ton about it yet. Which is weird, because it's my side project. But at the same time, I'm like, They didn't say anything about AI in the announcement. That's going to be a hard one. Because they could basically say, listen, we didn't say no AI. But yeah, absolutely awful. I've been watching a lot of, I don't know her name. Call Me Cat or something on YouTube. And she does a lot of, like, breakdowns over contests where that ends up being the case. Like, a lot of stuff where it's like, hey, this artist was caught using AI. This artist was such and such AI. And so it's been heavily in my feed recently. If it was AI, okay, I wouldn't have participated. Cat and Chat, that's the one. Let me open up my... There we go. We don't need to be in small window. Love her videos. Cat in Chat. That's the one. Love her stuff. And she uploads so frequently. Like, I upload frequently. Good God. I think I get like a video from her like a day. I don't know. Maybe it just feels that way. But I get like a video from her a day. And I'm pumped about it. Like, that's good. I love getting content. But, geez. I see you're doing a live drawing right now. How many commissions are in the backlog? None right now. Stern, you want to see my dog with my commission? Sure. Did I hear about Ross Draws? I didn't. What? After the prehistoric region, I might prototype a monster catcher idea, not Pokemon. Their object. Gain animal properties like, say, a lamppost becomes a giraffe or a crab with light bulb eyes. That's interesting. Yeah, right now I'm just kind of working on a thing. I've been playing with the idea of like a side project, like character fighter type of game. You know, Street Fighter meets Overwatch type of vibe. My shirt guy. I also did this guy. He's a Tengu. Look at him. Terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. Oh. I lost my selection. There we go. Maybe I'll ask Cat and Chat if they want to be on like Stern Conversation, because I'm bringing Stern Conversations back. We've had too long of a hiatus. Hiatus been too long. Who's freezing AI and passing it off as his own work? Ross Draws? Is this the Ross I'm thinking of? Look it up on my phone here. I'll probably make sure mine. Yeah, it is. Quiet you. Interesting. So sad. So sad to see an artist fall to that. I don't know. It bums me out because it does seem like that thing. Like the more artists who are like, you know what, I'm just gonna start using AI, the more that it becomes like hyper normalized. Came back claiming to have given up. Why mention that? Like that to me, if anything, that feels like the biggest like, woe is me. Is like, hi, I'm back to let you know that I'm giving up art and I'm not doing it anymore, or whatever. And it's like, okay, I think we all kind of figured that. But yeah, when you come in and you're like, I gotta make a video about it, you know, it becomes a whole deal. Who is this? Oh, yeah, from Graham. Yeah. Perfect. I actually saw your email, and I was like, oh, I'm going to wait till stream to say or do anything, because I was like, I want to wait and verify with that stuff. But I have your emails. We're good. I just don't respond to emails typically, because I never know who's on the other end. Excuse me. But yes, I have received your emails. Usually, unless it's from like, this is from flexispot.com or whatever. Then I'm like, okay, what's up? But typically I don't respond to emails. I don't ever want, and I've said this before, I just don't want it to become a thing where it's like, hey, Stern, are you aware that I am 12 years old? And I'm like, oh, cool, I can't talk to you. I don't want to talk to you. So that's why I don't respond to emails. I have like a horror story about that when I first started. Was like a person on Discord was like, hi, I'm gonna send you a DM on our Discord channel, and I was like, cool, what's up? And I responded to the DM. And they were like, hi, just a heads up. As like their first line was like, just a heads up, I'm 10. I was like, oh, not talking to you. Sorry, can't be. Nope. So I don't respond to that stuff. Unless it's like live and like here with everybody where there's multiple people who can be like, no, Stern didn't say that. Not that I would ever do anything like that. I'm married. I love my wife. But it prevents a lot of that stuff. A lot of that miscommunication, or people being like, I'm going to use this against you, whatever. I believe it's one of the smartest decisions I ever did, was making the decision like, hey, I'm gonna not respond to everything. Also one of the worst decisions I've ever made, because I often wonder how many jobs I've lost because of that. 22 months. Yeah, see, that's the problem. That's the fear, is like someone being like, oh, I've had conversations with, it's like, draw my Pokemon. And I'm like, oh, no, thank you. I can't draw that. My apologies, whatever. And then they're like, and I'm going to hop on the commission in just a second. I just want to finish up some of this shading here. And then they're like, oh, man, I'm mad at Stern. I'm going to tell the world that we had these private conversations and there's nothing he can do to stop it. And I'm like, no, please don't do that. So that's why I don't respond to a lot of stuff. I'm also the worst person ever to text. I think people who text me and people who know me in real life can attest to that. I'm the worst person to text. Because I'll see stuff where it's like, someone will text me, and it'll be like, hey, just verifying that we're still down to meet on Wednesday for lunch. And I'll look at that and be like, yeah, we are still down. I have no reason to respond to that message. Because we are still down for that. No plans have changed. And then we'll meet and they're like, why didn't you respond to my text? I'm like, I didn't think it was a message that required a response. I'm sorry. I'm the worst person to text. I am the worst person to text. I know that. That is my cross to bear. I am the absolute worst person to text. Who's there? Vanilla with Gibster has tipped $50. Give me a Fakemon, Sterny boy. I got a fire idea. Okay. I'm working on fighters for this. I think I said this already. I'm working on fighters for a game that I'm working on where it's like, choose your fighter. About giving up AI is also advertising for his new art course. What a piece of... Oh, man. I'm giving up AI. By the way, you can buy my art lessons from me, the guy who has been using AI this whole time. It's terrible. It's terrible. It makes me upsetty spaghetti. Let me see. You sent me... That's the PayPal link. I don't need that. Let me pull open my email and hope that I'm not sharing screen. Thank God. Nickname that you're never going to live down must be terrible. You know, Crimson Chaos told everyone in a True Green collab, where we got tens of thousands of views, hey, everyone go to Stern's channel and tell him he has good proportions. And I have been dealing with that since then. This was probably 6 months ago. Hey, Real Jingle Skog! Good to see you. Boy, do I have a harrowing and terrible story to tell you. I'm going to take this. So this is a Future Paradox Duosion. Not Duosion. I have foretold me in the channel was a Paradox. It's Wylus. That's the guy. I would love to copy this image, but I can't. I guess I can screen grab it so that I can take it over to the screen. There we go. We'll get that. Here's some of this background. And then I also want to look at what Zwilus looks like. One of those Pokemon I could never tell you off the top of my head what they look like. Zwilus. Why, when I typed Zwilus, was it like, oh, do you mean to reload your email? No. Why would I need that? Let's grab this. Just grab the two-headed Pokemon. No worries. Alright, let's take these guys. And we're going to make them into these guys. There's a couple of goobers. Oh, man. I had to run outside last night and dig a hole in the middle of the night. So I'm not feeling great. There's a couple of goobers. Daft Punk Dragon. You know it, duder. I love that you kept, like, the body shape, because oftentimes I'll get commissions where it's like, here's what I want. Big crab claws, big eyes, big spooky mouth. Anyway, it's a Paradox version of Tyranitar. I'm like, okay. Huh? Finally get that audience with Markiplier. The people must never know of my plans for Markiplier. Guys! 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 I forgot to mention. Oh! I'm going to my... I'm having a booth at my first convention soon. I forgot to mention the convention. And I'm very excited. Fun fact, setting up a booth is like $1,000... Not even just paying for your ticket to have a booth there. Just having the stuff for a booth, like Prince and whatnot. The artists formerly known as Prince alone is like... Hey, $2,000. Not $2,000. Hey, $1,000. One head here. One head here. One head here. One head here. We're at? It's a small con. I'm going to be visiting my parents in the Central Valley, like California, and I was like, hey, this is a good opportunity to go check out one of the smaller cons there, and that's my plan. That is my plan. I've also been trying to get back into Invincible. I just started season 4. I've been watching it for the past like couple days now, today and yesterday, I guess, to catch up. Because I think I was in the middle of season 2 when I stopped watching, and then I was like, I'm gonna get back in this. People be talking about it. Like I keep seeing. The problem is I keep seeing clips, on TikTok. And I eventually was like, I just have to watch this. TikTok gets me into so much media that I wish it didn't. Hello, Alex. Title screen. I've been watching a lot of... Bah! Like, the bit with Powerplex, where he just keeps saying Invincible, is hilarious. I know it's supposed to be sad and very, like, intense, but just every time he goes, every time he says the name, it just cuts. I thought that was remarkable. I was like, this is amazing. He can't keep getting away with it. You know what, Powerplex? You're right. He can't keep getting away with it. Would you start with the typing system or the lore? Both. I would start with a typing system and then work on the lore and then be prepared to change the typing system based on the lore. Just a little bit bigger. There we go. Problem is, these sections where the Stardew Valley stuff comes in, they like wrap around, don't they? Yeah. So we're having them come this way. Yeah. Basically how I get into half the anime and manga I check out, just randomly finding clips and pages being shared online. Yeah, dude, it's terrible. I wish I wasn't so susceptible to the algorithm. But damn it, if they're gonna keep giving me stuff like that and it's gonna keep being good, then sure, I guess. The other one was The Boys. Like, I keep seeing stuff for that. And again, I think I fell out of that mid-season 2. And I'm like, maybe I should go back. There we go. Hello, Ratoma. My precious boy. I hope all is hunky-dory. Now watch the one and only The Sterninator. Ooh. But that's me! But that's who I am! The police That's who you are. What are Daft Punk's names? Not like their real names. I don't care about that. Like their character names. I forget. They have names. And I'm sure someone here is a big enough fan to be like, their names are this and this. And I would be much appreciated. Never mind. Can we keep the Daft Punk heads? Is this not the Daft Punk head? I mean, we can. We can go more. It was the same thing, just open. Beep, bop, boop, ba da, beep, bop, beep, bop, boop, ba da, beep, bop, boop, bop, bop. I am a robot. Scoop, scop. What you working on? All the piled up commissions. Oh God, I'm so tired all the time. I'm so tired all the time. All the other pokey artists are afraid of me. I'm having terrible deja vu right now. All the other pokey artists are afraid of me. There we go. What's my favorite indie animation show that I've seen so far? I really like Amazing Digital Circus. You're now training your EV stats. Dear God. My God. I am afraid of you. Thank you. I have been slowing down, though. I think after 2 years, it's starting to catch up to me that I'm like, hey, man, this is kind of super tiring. Oh, this is, I'm assuming it's an eye of some kind here. This thing. Right there. There we go. Have you watched Ramshackle? Maybe. I watched something the other day. Thoughts on the CinemaCon reveals? I don't want to spoil it for people who don't want to know about it yet. But I don't know. I'm nervous. Being that I haven't seen it myself, I'm real nervous to get my hopes up on anything. For 2 years, it's indeed exhausting. I'm so tired all the time. So tired all the time. What you have to do is hate yourself just a little bit. That's how you do it. Am I going to watch it in theaters or watch episode 9 after? I think I kind of have to watch it in theaters. I'm in America. I have the ability to. While I am opposed to the idea of what they're doing, I feel like for content's sake, because the Amazing Digital Circus stuff is like my highest grossing videos, I feel like I kind of have to be there for it. So, I don't know. I got a whole conversation with a friend of mine about it recently, where it was, where like that was the question, was, is it like, I don't know, is it like selling out or is it whatever? To have them be like, we're going to do it in theaters, and it cuts out the Australian market and the European market of people who've been fans for forever, and it's like, oh yeah, well they can just watch it 2 weeks later. I'm like, dude, the internet moves so fast. Yeah, that was a brutal convo. I'm sorry you were there for that, Jingle Skug. Way badass thumbnail. Thank you. It's for a game that I'm working on. I say. I say. I don't know game development, but I like characters. And so it's for a game that I'm playing with the idea of working on. Started working on character design videos for my fighting game. Nice! But indie animating on the map, while it's not the first indie show to be in theaters, but it would do what I just said. Sometimes I start a sentence and I don't know where it's going until it is, until I just hope that I find my way. There. There we go. The toesies. Good lord, the toesies. There we go. Get it. Just realized May is nearly here. I need to make a video about my original characters. Ooh, everyone's got original characters right now. I'm pumped about it. Like, I've with my game maybe thing that I'm working on, I'm like finally being like, I can do something with my original characters. That's the problem with doing YouTube as a job, is like anytime, especially like in the art community and like stuff like that, is anytime that I draw, even if it's like I have to blow off some steam and I just want to draw, it always feels like, but how can I make this profitable? Right? It feels awful. It's just the idea of like, when you turn your hobby into a job, everything becomes right, but how do I make it profitable? It's like, well, what if I just enjoy drawing? What if I just enjoy what I'm doing? And I try, but then it's like, oh, I could turn this into a book. I could turn this into a D&D campaign. I can turn this into something. And so it becomes this whole thing of you almost feel like you're not allowed to enjoy stuff. Like, you can't do anything just for fun. Because it's like, anything I do, I could monetize. And so it becomes that. It becomes the idea of like, well, why am I doing this for free when I could do this for monetization? And it sucks that that's like the frame of mind that you have to be in this industry. Has anyone ever heard of Hero 108? I have. Stern, have you considered merchandise? I have merchandise. No one buys it. What now, huh? Like, I did sweaters and stuff, but I'm like, But I figure, like, if I make something that has characters like that, like what I'm working on, then it may be merchandise-able. Like, I have stickers on Redbubble. And every now and then those sell, and I'm like, yes! We can eat this month, honey! Extra value meal! I've never, by the way, I've never been a McDonald's burger guy. I'm a chicken sandwich connoisseur. I had a McDonald's burger the other day, and I was like, oh my god, this slaps. Why have I been denying myself this precious almost meat? To watch it before school? I never super got into it, but I was aware of it. I think it came about after my time. I don't know. There's too many bears. Ayo! Ayo! How you doing today? Oh, man, I'm doing awful. Very rough day yesterday. Very rough night. Very rough evening. To the point that I was like, should I cancel my live stream? I don't know if it's going to make me feel better or make me feel worse. And you'll never guess what I decided. There we go. For McDonald's and the CEO. Good God. Yeah, did you guys see that? Material for the new Godzilla Figmon, huh? Yeah, I want to get on it. Did you guys see that thing where the McDonald's CEO was like, oh man, here's the big arch. Ooh, buddy, I can't wait to try it. And then he like pretends to mime taking a big bite. And it's like the smallest bite known to man. And he's like, oh, big bite for a big arch. Or for a big guy, or whatever he says. But it's like, is there a reason that you, the guy who makes it, isn't eating their own food? I love that all the other fast food places like jumped on that opportunity. They were like, we'll eat our food. Like the Arby's CEO came out and he's like, oh, look, here's a really delicious Arby's sandwich. And everyone was like, that's the Arby's CEO? That's Krakow Burger should be eaten. It was so bad it's crazy and I prefer Burger King. Oh. CEOs would grow spines. You know, best burger chain. Go. Give me your hot take. Best burger chain. In-N-Out, you have been indoctrinated to California. We got one. Alejandro Acosta, you're right. Too many bears? You're right. Oh, man. Five Guys, burgers and fries. Ooh, with that free fry upgrade to the Cajun fries. Is it free? I used to work in a place where they had a discount to employees who worked in the same area. I don't know if it's free for everyone. It was free for me. Best burgers all around. What I love about In-N-Out is that they don't try to be anything but what they are. That's fair. They're like, we make burgers. Can I have a chicken sandwich? You can get the out. Never had In-N-Out until I moved to Arizona. It's fantastic. Let me get a Neapolitan shake. I see why they let this guy invade France. So good. Have you had the 4x4? No, I'm not. I don't believe in myself that much. Mooney's Burger House, which isn't really a franchise. I've never had Mooney's Burger House. But I'm not opposed to it. The problem is I love Pokey so much, and our closest like In-N-Out is in the same parking lot as a place that sells Kofi? Pokey. Hey guys, subscribe. Go and check out the Ko-fi. I just put a bunch of designs up there. There's a place that they have Pokey, like in the same parking lot. And I always end up being like, oh man, it'd be lovely to get me some In-N-Out. And then I go, and it's like, oh, I could get Pokey. And then I give up. I'm like, I will take the Pokey, please. And then I never make it In-N-Out. Very sad. Very sad story. Too many decisions. Too many options. Too many decisions. Too many options. This would actually go like that, right? There we are. Yeah. Yeah. You know what else I watched yesterday that I haven't seen in a long time that I was really pumped about and realized it was actually pretty good? Was, I watched the Star Trek reboot by J.J. Abrams, and I was like, man, this is a pretty good movie. Pretty okay. I am not a person who's watched Star Trek. My dad calls it Star Trek, which is wrong. But that's okay. We love him regardless. And I was like, you know what? These are pretty good. This is pretty good. It's pretty okay. I was like, man, that was a movie. I feel like it got a lot of flack when it first came out, but I watched it. I was like, it's good. Have you thought about doing more FNAF and Poppy Playtime characters as Pokemon? Yes. Often. Have you ever seen Redline? No. Enlighten me. I used to drink Redline Energy all the time. It said only drink half the bottle, but man, I drink the whole thing. I'm built different. I'm built wrong. More like Star Trek than modern Star Trek. I agree. The Orville is so good. The Orville is so good. I think that was the thing. Like, I walked away from watching Star Trek, the movie, and I was like, I should rewatch The Orville. I think that was... I wasn't like, wow, what a phenomenal movie. I want more. I walked away being like, I should go watch this other show. What's coming back soon? The Orville? How? What? No. Impossible. Me and Mrs. Stern do not like any of the same types of movies. That was one of the few shows that was like, hey honey, it's time for the Orville. And she'd say, let's go! She's not Italian, but she does love to take from other cultures. And that's why I love her. I can't. I love her. You screamed like Messi scored a goal. She just loves to steal from other cultures. There we go. Get some neck bands on there. Ooh, Look at this precious boy. Who's excited for Stranger Things Tales from 85 next week? I'm not. I think it's going to be terrible. No, don't say that, Stern. I do, though! Alright, well. To each their own. I think it's a cash grab. And I think it's going to feel very much like a cash grab. Steals culture. You steal other franchises to make into Pokemon. We're excellent for each other. We are. We're a match made in hell? I don't know. Give that a little curve to it. Give it a little curve. Make things a little easier for myself and connect those lines. There we go. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Hooray! Hooray for you! Hooray!
There we are. I read a book once. It was no. It's okay. You don't have to clap. It was called A Dirty Job, and to this day, I'm like, that was one of the best stories I think I've ever read. It's about a guy. I don't read books about women. I shouldn't say that. That's not going to be taken as a joke by everybody. It's about a guy who his wife dies, and while he's there, he sees a guy come in and start taking stuff, and he's like, "Whoa, hey, what's going on?" She's like, and the guy's like, "You can see me?" And it turns out that guy's death, or he's a death, and this guy, he's like, "Since you can see me, you're a death now too." And the guy becomes a death. And it's a pretty good book. Pretty dang good book. I don't read a lot. I wish I did. I wish I knew how to read. I think I said that once as a joke, and someone was like, "Hey, that's not very nice. Some people can't read." And I'm like, okay. First day on the internet, huh? That. There we go. But yeah, I do plan on going to the theater and watching the last act. It's a bummer because I do see it as like, hey, we're indie animation. Like their phrasing was when they first got on Netflix was like, we want to keep our YouTube audience first and foremost up front. That we want to make sure that they're our go-to, that we put them first. And they're like, by the way, we're releasing this in theaters. Surprise! Some of you can't watch. Oh, you got it in the UK? Nice. I know that was a big concern. I'm not from the UK. It does not affect me. But I know people were concerned. And I'm glad to see that it's working out. Excuse me. You should check out the Backrooms movie next month. The trailer looks cool. I have seen the trailer. Okay, let's start with our dark colors. That's way too dark. There we go. God, I wish I wasn't dying. We're all dying in some way or another. Yeah, but I'm doing it right now. AC Project Hail Mary, I have not. I don't think I have to. I've had basically the whole movie spoiled for me. Thanks to TikTok. I'll have one page that's like, go see Hail Mary. It's a movie that came out and we really love it. You should watch it too. And then the next clip is like, anyway, here's like a third of the movie. And I'm like, well, I guess I don't have to see that now. Thank you, Internet, for all that you do. From what I gathered via one of Glitch's owners addressing this issue, theaters wanted a month in advance, but they were able to cut it down to 2 weeks. Okay. Beep bop boop. Beep bop boop. Let's do those in this color here. I really like the greenish bluish hue that we have going on there. Let's throw that in there. I love that a lot. Yeah, I was like, I didn't complete any of those lines. This is going to be a nightmare. Let's do that. Come back in with my 7 point. Yeah. Oh, that one's already that color. Great. It's this one that I need to change. And then the helmet. And then the wing. And then this thing. There we are. I forgot the thing up here. There we go. And these legs are yellow. And everything's yellow. Look at the sky. Look how she shine for you. And all the thing you do. Oops. And it was all yellow. And it was all yellow. There we go. Is Daft Punk reference? It is! It is a Daft Punk reference. My good man. My good Gib. Dang it, I want to get my stuff drawn. You can. Who's stopping you? Who's over there stopping you? You tell them that Stern said, let them. Take my turn. Oh, what a thing to have done. And it was all yellow. I don't go to the theater a lot, but I've been going to the theater more often recently. Got another crazy Fakemon idea coming my way. Lay it on me. Lay it on me, soul brother. Why do people hate do people hate Coldplay? Why? Coldplay's good. I like Coldplay. I listen to Coldplay at least twice a day. The music should just speak to me. I listen to their I think they have a Christmas album, or at least a couple Christmas songs. I listen to their Christmas songs any time of year. Not a big Christmas fan. Do love Christmas music. Songs probably Vida La Vida. Yeah. Good stuff, man. I'm dying. Remember me as I was, angry and tired. Oh, look at the stars. Look how they shine for you. Who will I get my Pokemon content from now? I don't know. Trigreen? Someone also remind me when 2 hours have passed from now. Please. Probably saying people act like they hate Nickelback. I love Nickelback. Nickelback does good. Nickelback does good work. Is it phenomenal? No. Does it remind me of a time when things were simpler? Yeah, a little bit. Or from the next hour, 7 minutes from now. No, 2 hours from right now. 2 hours from right now. Right now, 2 hours from it. Aware of right now? Not now. But 2 hours from here. Let me know when the time period where road trip is still fun ends. Where you still like all the people in the car? Let me know when that time has passed. On the topic of music, did you know Nightcore is a Norwegian invention? I think I knew that. I can't say for certain. That sounds right. It sounds right, but I don't know enough about Norwegian Nightcore to say if he's wrong or not. Thought you said Night Court. No, Night Court is an American invention. Because we're like, what if... Once we realized that court hearings could be entertainment, we're like, what if it was like 24/7? What if that, but all the time? Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. I should get an invincible button that I can press every time that I say invincible. So instead of invincible, I could just play the thing. 80s sitcom with Harry Anderson. Gross. More silver colored. I know you're already shading, but I think some of the details got lost. Yeah, no problem. A lot of the details do come back when we start to highlight. Because if we make this too light now, you'll notice that like a lot of stuff gets lost in the highlights. Let's do that. 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 Like we can do that. There we go. Excuse me. I wish I wasn't dying. I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. I wish I had a girl who was cool. I could call her. I wish I had a rabbit in a hat with a bat. Too much, Stern. Too much sauce. There we go. Yeah, the title card. You know what show I've been really into lately? I've been watching a lot of... What timing? What timing? Hey, Asim. We'll get you all clear and good in here. Just a moment here, golden boy. What timing? Can we hear it for that timing? Wherever you're at right now, give us a little applause. Give us a little dance. Hey, Keith Carson. I had an instance this week where I think I was almost discovered. We're at a dinner party for my wife's work, and someone comes up to me. Not comes up, they go up to her and go, "Your husband looks so familiar. Do I know him from somewhere?" And it was like, oh no. This is bad timing. One of the times I don't want to be recognized. I think I audibly shrieked. Do I know your husband from somewhere? I use a vids for character design tips. Nice! I love that. Oh, that's too much. Grab that, grab that, grab that, grab that, grab that. Whoosh. There we go. Ooh, Nope. Ooh, yes. That's what Daddy want. That's what Daddy want. Okay, now we can work on these heads. Fake glasses with a nose and mustache attached to it. Couldn't be. What's the samurai in the thumbnail? It's a character I was working on just a moment ago. Ken style. The funny thing is, I do wear glasses. I take them off when I record. Because the glare, you'll be able to see like my whole setup and monitor. Because my glasses are huge. I am blind. And so I take them off when I record. And so I don't often get noticed by people. But on the rare occasion, on the ever so rare occasion, someone does notice reverse Clark Kent. I'm like Clark Kent if he was Batman, where it's like the mask is the costume. No. Other way. The true self is the other one. Who's there? And now we take this, and we take that, and then we do this, and then we do that, and then we make that a multiply layer. Oh! Let's highlight this bad boy. Can we fill in the eye just for symmetry? This one? Sure. I'm Mr. Heat Miser. I'm Mr. Sun. I'm Mr. Icicle. I'm Mr. 101. Friends call me heat miser. Whatever I touch starts to melt in my clutch. Ooh, I'm too much. Who's there? Da-da-dee! Welcome. Welcome back, friendo. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Look at these handsome boys. Just a little bit of details on these. Make them look a little bit more metallic. Look at these handsome boys. Oh. Did they cut that line out of the Simpsons movie, by the way? Where they said, look, where Bart puts on the bra on his head and he says, "Look at me, I'm the mascot of an evil corporation." And then they got bought by Disney. I'd like to hope there was at least enough tact to be like, you know what, that's funny. I wanted to get another lineup, but I guess money later tonight. Yeah, no worries. Notifications, but now I want to know if it was just stimming or if this design is actually ready to Miser Brothers. It's not. It was just stimming. Was that stimming or did that have to do with what's going on? Oh, it was stimming. It was just stimming. I'm Mr. Heat Miser. I'm Mr. Sun. I'm Mr. Heat Blister. I'm Mr. 101. It still has its Disney jokes left in, but I could be incorrect. I don't have Disney Plus. I do. I can check. I don't know why I put it on you guys too. I can absolutely do that. They call me Heat Miser. Whatever I touch starts to melt in my clutch. I'm too much. You should do a music artist as Pokemon since Coachella just happened? Maybe. Had a thought, how about some artists try making Paradox forms of Pokemon? Have them? Has anyone done a Paradox swap challenge? I have. Basically turn past Paradox into future and vice versa. Yeah. I did that. I do that. It was one of the most fun videos I ever did. You should check it out. I feel like it's also one of those videos that like broke me out into more public consciousness people. I know after that, like I got offers from several Minecraft groups that were like, we would love to introduce these into our game. And I was like, oh. I was like, nice. Let's nope, let's do this. Bop, boop, bop, beep, bop, boop, bop, beep, bop, bop. We got them? No, I want just these colors here. Please don't accidentally click the wrong color. Stern, you're better than that. Oh yeah. Expand that selection by 1, duplicate that. We can get that shinier. No. There we go. There we go. Get that nice chromium on there, boy. Woo! Look at that chrome. Downplay that just a bit. There we go. Loki, you found it because of the Doug Trio. Sorry, I had no clue who you were till you jumped on the lava tyrant train. Ah, no worries. He was number 1. Take a look at these guys here. Mammoth! Oi, oi, oi. Oi, oi, oi. Thank you so much for putting up with me. Oh, dude, it's never an issue. You are perfectly fine. Look at that. Look at that. And unlike last week, I'm not full of urine, so I can go again. I should stop and pee, but I'm not going to. My body and I are at some sort of a standoff. Hushka Nershka. Next up is Gib. Give me a Figure Month journey, boy. I got a fire idea. Is that one Pokemon from Pokemon Uranium? Easy. Let's see. Gib. Gib. What do you got for me, Gib? Let's take a look. I'm assuming I have messages. Remember the DC video you did? Yes, I do. Read it, Batman. Well, we're going to make this absolutely peak. Ooh, absolute. Ooh. Absolute Batman. Turn Absolute Batman into a Pokemon. That creature, that beast, that monster known as Absolute Batman. Let me find a good image. There we go. I think that's perfect. Does he have his... Oh, yeah, he has his axe. Right? No, those are just like the ties of his weird cape. All right. Time for the hero that we don't deserve, but we need right... I don't know. Gotta be big. Hulking brute of a Batman. Put the big bat. Meep, meep. That god-awful Batman logo. I like Absolute Batman. I think it's a fun take, especially since it's by Scott Snyder, who I know absolutely adores the character. But man, is it just absolutely absurd of a character. Make sure he's got hands for punching. I have a no-kill rule. Please kill me. No. Have mercy. No. I want the axe. Give me all of them. Give me all! Now we can incorporate the axe. Scene from the old Hulk movie with Bannon. Take it all! Ah! I like the Absolute series. I think the only Absolute character that I don't like is I don't like Absolute Martian Manhunter. I get the idea. I just feel like it really does not suit the character well. I haven't read the comic. I'll say that. I have not read the comic. And part of that is because it does not seem that interesting to me. Didn't he punch a child? Listen, we all have our faults. We all make mistakes in the heat of passion, Jimbo. Absolute! I want the axe. How are we going to incorporate the axe? I'm trying to figure that out. His weird bat axe where it's like, why does his emblem look so terrifying and then like blocky? It's like, oh, because it's an axe. Awesome. Further questions. There said, which kind of explains why Batman is suffering so much. Yeah. There's a lot more than the base one. She's cool. I like a lot of the Ultimates. I think my favorite setup for a Batman comic, though, is, and I've said this before, if you haven't read The War of Jokes and Riddles, you should. It's phenomenal. It's all of the villains of Batman's rogues gallery basically realize that if any of them succeed, it means they all fail. So essentially, they form a street gang of all of us are working for the same goal, but basically the Riddler and the Joker go their own way of. The Joker has his gang of villains. The Riddler has his gang of villains. And it becomes this larger, issue. And I believe it came right after, Year Zero, and it came after Court of Owls, which were also really good stories. So it plays into a section of Batman's storyline that I really like. Also by Scott Snyder. Tail. Just for funsies. I low-key don't have any ideas for the axe. I was kind of thinking these right here would be very sharp, and that's the idea is he can fly and skoosh as he goes low, and the idea is his whole head and this kind of makes this sharpened angle. So when he's kind of flying towards you, he makes almost this shape. Like a torpedo, I guess an axe, so that he can slice through stuff. But I don't know for certain. The axe is going to be hard, per se. He becomes the axe. That was crazy. The way I did that, it echoed in my house, and that was really cool. Maybe on command next time. He becomes the axe. I mean, isn't that the whole thing? Like, his emblem becomes the weapon. But here, he is the emblem. Start with the mouth. There we go. I love that Emma proposed to Catwoman with genuine love, but when Black Cat proposed to Spider-Man, she immediately slashes his hamstring. Raiden Dog says, "Hi Stern, just wanted to say you're funny AF and love what you do." Thank you so much. It means a lot. It means the world. I appreciate your kind words. Wings bigger in the face, more scary? Yes. Yes. Yes! Teeth, what if we just go for like the Pokemon, like, not teeth, but shape? You know what I mean? Like a Pokemon's like, not teeth, shape. Its back has got to be riddled. Yeah. Riddle me this. I did see Ultimate Scarecrow the other day, and I was like, that is the best character redesign I think we've seen in a long time. And if you haven't seen Ultimate Scarecrow yet, don't. He's terrifying. He's so scary. Trying to find a way to make this scary while still keeping the same idea. What is Bro's powers? I think his power is that he still uses fear, but he uses it more so in a way to cause immediate chaos and panic. Can't even get over Absolute Joker. Absolute Joker I didn't like. I was like, this feels very try-hard-esque. It feels very much like, what can we do to make the Joker scarier? It's like, what if he bathes in babies and he wraps himself in so that he can live? I'm like, oh, that's great. Joker is fine. We don't need to change Joker. I mean, I feel like every comic artist wants to reinvent the Joker. Heard of Absolute Poison Ivy? Yeah, I dig the Absolute comics. I know people were a little wary of them at first. I was read in a comedy and tragedy class for an assignment a few years ago. Man-Bat's cool. Man-Bat's one of my favorite villains. Mr. Freeze is my number one. I love me a tragic villain. Mouth is just teeth upon teeth. Heard of Baby Doll? Yes. Listen, man, before I did this, I was a comic publisher for a while. I actually got interviewed for a podcast once alongside several other people. One of them was a Batman person. I don't remember who it was. Oh, I feel terrible. But, yeah. Big in comics. Love comics. Absolute Ventriloquist. We haven't seen Absolute Ventriloquist, have we? I think Killer Croc, like Absolute Killer Croc, was another one that I was like, okay, it's fine. I get it. We're trying to go big. But, like, that's literally a dinosaur. And then not even... Like, the story of Waylon Jones, who is the Killer Croc, I love that story. And so the fact that it gets changed so drastically to, like, oh, he's like a sewer mutant. I'm like, no, he's a guy with a skin condition. Based around a story of mine. Nice! Do it! It's fun. I think that's one of the biggest things that I could tell people who are like, I'm interested in storytelling, or like comic writing, what do I do? Is do it. Just do it. Like, you'll spend a lot of time being like, oh, well, I want to find a publisher. Most publishers are going to tell you, great, where's the story? But so many people are like, well, I need the funds to make the story. They're like, so you just want us to trust you that you have a great... Listen, everyone says they have a great story. What makes yours different? What makes you stand out? What makes you special? Write the story, then come back. Like, that was a lot of the outreach that we did with other creators, was so many people would come and be like, hey, I want to get my story published. And I'm like, great, where is it? They're like, oh, well, I need funding, so I need you to pay for it so that I can then do it, and then you'll get a kickback. I'm like, we can't afford to do that. If you don't have a story, then I'm sorry, you don't have a story. You need to make it, and then come here, and then be like, hey, I have something. New Lego Absolute Batman I have. Someone draw Absolute Stern. I'd love that. We could see that happen. Absolute Stern. Why is he so sad? He's everything that Stern is, cranked up to 11. He's dead. Yes! Turns out that's what happens when we crank Stern up to 11. You're not vibing with the eyes? Then what can we do? Throw me a bone here. What can we do? Should we do the Blaziken, like... I feel like people are super opposed to that. I think it's nice. I think it's just a tuft of hair that really helps separate the top to the midsection. But I know a lot of people are like, hey, he's wiener. I'm like, no, it's literally just a tuft of hair. I don't know. I feel like it's like one of those things that's like, it's a really nice design point, but I feel like so many people don't do it because it's like, hey, look like a wiener. And I'm like, yeah. If you're a child, all of us fans are children. Yeah, give him the hair. We'll do 3, so it's a little bit more, you know. Your eyes are kind of pointing up now. Try to have them pointing down. Like so. I have the head angled up, so it's more difficult to do because, you know, it's... They are angled down, it's just he's also looking up. If we cut that part off, I think it definitely removes some of that fear factor, but also helps to understand, like, oh, he's angry, he angy. Let me do this. I'll do that. Oh, you want him looking down. Not pointing down, looking down. I just control Z'd, I think, too many times, and I don't know what I've erased. It's way down there. Like so. Didn't mind looking down, but low-key that kind of fixed it. Alright, we'll come back to it. Oh, that's what I deleted. I deleted the dick hair. There we go. I was like, I hit Control Z, I think one too many times, and I don't know what I did. There we go. No! Love your art. Thanks, Cam Nami. Wait, is that Absolute Batman? Yeah, we're making Absolute Batman Pokemon. You hear a Pokemon? Mr. Freeze is my favorite. I love what they did with Ultimate Scarecrow. I do not care for what they did with Ultimate Killer Croc. Dark Knight's Metal was another one that I was like, oh man, I can't wait to pick that up. I'm going to go and make sure that I pick that up when it comes out. And then I think I read like 2 issues, or I saw kind of the direction it was going, and I was like, I'm not super interested in it. Again, feels very try-hardy. Love Absolute Killer Croc. He's cool, he's just not my cup of tea. I really like Killer Croc for his story, and I feel like so much of the story is undone. Because the story of Killer Croc is that he's not a mutant or anything, at least initially. He mutates himself further. But the story is that he's just a guy who was ostracized from society. He worked at a circus because he had a terrible skin condition that made his skin scaly. And while he was working at the circus, he became strong. And became Killer Croc, as we know him. As we know and love him. Wonder Woman's good. Funny thing is, I don't hear anyone ever talk about Superman, Ultimate Superman. And I remember we said make the wings bigger. So don't worry, I'm here for it. I never hear anyone talk about Ultimate Superman. I think it's a lot of like, meh, it's fine. You're like, meh, okay. He's okay. Been an Ultimate Slade Wilson yet? No, but I'm sure what they'll do is just have him be like a scientist, or not a scientist, but like a researcher or something. Who's like, I'm Slade Wilson. Like, are you? Yes. I'm working on a new synthetic drug that's going to allow people to be able to run further, jump higher, do other stuff better. Added the Sabertooth. Good evening, Mr. Stern, sir, and chat. Hope y'all are doing well. I am. I'm doing okay now. Not read the last issue. We have Slade Wilson now. Oh, do we? Was I right? Let me look him up. Absolute Slade Wilson. I'm not even looking at chat. I don't want to be spoiled. I want to see where I'm at. Absolute Slade Wilson. And just a guy. I only see one image, so I'm assuming it's like he enters frame and that's the last that we see of him for the issue. I did everything on the same layer. I still want the wings bigger. This figure has prosthetic limbs and a prosthetic face. Nice bat. It's Ultimate Batman, but as a Pokemon. That's what we do here. Before I get to the hand, I'm gonna... Slade is the leader of the Robin program. Makes sense. I don't know. Absolute is cool. I like it a lot better than some of the other stuff that we've gotten recently. I feel like that double-jointed arm is nice and creepy. Every Robin except for Damian. Oh boy, I hope that doesn't come back to bite anybody. But I feel like a lot of the Absolute stuff is going classic. So they may not introduce Damian. They may be like, we're not really super interested in Damian. It's always like a question of... It always seems like a question of whether or not current runs are going to include him. Because he is such a... He's something that cannot... If you include him, the whole origin of him and everything cannot be ignored. It's kind of like Raven. Every time they include Raven, they have to go into a lot of it. They can't just be like, here's Raven, moving on. It's like, here's Raven. Great, so we're learning about Trigon? No, yes. And comics, they're so cute. Pat Fam, yeah. I'd be wrong, but unless that is the case, I forgot. What? I have not followed Absolute Green Arrow, and now I think I won't. Especially not into any dark alleys. Just got here. Is this one based on Absolute Batman because it's dope? Yes, it is, Sir Gremlin Spice. I love that name. You can stay. Every now and then I'm drawing and I'm like, man, this is so cool. This is coming out really nice. Oh, God, I have to color it. Such a man. It would either be Ollie or Bruce. Jubal Slade. Oh, they're using Jubal instead? I have so many comics. I have one of the comics sets that I'm most proud of is I have the initial print of the Judas Contract from Teen Titans. It's in a box because that's where it was when I got it. So I think I bought it and was like, great. Now to never open this again. Oh, Mom's doing okay. They took the bout and the tube out and she's walking for the first time in 10 days. Fingers crossed she's home tomorrow. Nice! Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for keeping us up to date. Thank you, Daddy D. Always want to make sure Mom's doing good. Where am I? I have unclosed lines. There you are! You thought you could hide from me. You thought you could hide from me. Hi. Hi, British Birdie 99. For us being an Absolute Superman villain, they might not add Damian, at least not until Absolute Justice League if they do. Fair enough. Solid point. Wonderful execution. Can we steal the colors off of him? He's green? No. We're not going to do that. Take that gray. Gray. And for those of you curious, yes, that is the same tone of gray that it was as the green. Literally just moved the slider over. The reference image I sent might help with colors. Copy image. Copy image. Copy image. All right. Never mind. We're going to do it this way. Going to do it the dumb way. Get over here. There we go. It isn't tinted green. I think it's tinted blue. That's very blue. We're going to grab a different section here. Because now he's, bam, look at that guy. I mean, we could go blue. What if we meet in the middle? What if we make the blue but tint it down 50%? I really like that color. It's a combination of that grayish and that blue. And then we can use a much darker tone for the rest here. For the wangs... and for the head, yes. Yeah, I think that's, I sampled a color off of it. I think that's a good color to use. For the wings. For the Master Waynes. Grab some of them claws. See, the problem is, I want to make these like red, but that's not very Batman. What if we did yellow? I like that. I don't know what you guys think. I don't know what you guys think. Do the same type of thing here. What in God's name? There we go. Absolute Bane is a monster. 50%? No, I'm at 100. I'm just holding this weirdly. Pain since you're drawing now, but the hands on his left look weirdly thin. This one? They're further away, but I can fix it. All I gotta do is start over. There we go. That's not black. There we go. Wasn't such, maybe see if a dark, dirtier tone. Yeah, we can do that. All things are possible. Up, hip, up, oppa, hippa, up, hippa, whoa, yeah, yeah, oh, yeah, oh, yeah, hey, hey, oh, hey. Let's go for a dingier color. What? I can fix. I fix. So let's do that. Can I get that? Yeah. Make these just a scooch dingier. Right now we're at this yellow. We'll go like this yellow. Very Benwolf inspired. Remember correctly, you made Namagoro, right? Maybe. I don't remember. You sound like Robin Williams. Oh, up, hit, oh, hit. We're making the bottom jaw white. But not the whole bottom jaw. Just part. It was a Glalie evolution? Maybe. I do not remember. I do not keep track. So in the 2 years that I've been doing this, I've done over 1,000 Pokemon. So it becomes very difficult to remember. I have people a lot who ask like, "Hey, you did this one, right?" No idea. I have not a clue. I know them when I see them, is the thing. People, like, I'll see stuff where someone's like, "Hey, you did this design, right?" And they'll show me. I'm like, "Oh, yeah." Bane is a bear? Yeah, because his stuffed animal, right? Forget its name. I think its name was just Oso, wasn't it? Just Spanish for bear? Like Oso Nino or something? I think the mouth should be the same shade as the eyes. Try the claws with a muddier tone this time. Sort of shifted into brown like the panels on his axe. Yes. The same shade as his eyes. Yeah, we can do that. Let me just finish this. And then come here. Do that. Throw that there. Ish. Spooky. And then we'll redo the claw color to be... That's just straight up brown. They're just giving you the heads up. Like the way the color is. I know that we all are aware it's yellow. If I grab this, it's almost blue. It's this color. Which is fine, I guess. It muddles in with... Here it looks great. Up here it muddles in with the rest of the design. But whatever you like, we can do that. I once saw a video where it was Bryan Cranston being interviewed, and it was like, what is the proper way? If I have a kid who don't color pick that, okay. What do you mean? Because you were saying like the one that's under there. You're saying like the color that I know it to be? Which is like a muddy brown. Like, I know it to be like this color, maybe. Yeah, the color I know it to be is brown. Muddy yellow? Oh, you mean brown. There we go. Here we go. Wait, what's going on? Strange Star Tracker? Oh, your game? Let's do that. Alright, I'm going to move on to shading. I can always come back and adjust the colors, but I'm going to move on to shading here. Let's see here. Oh, on the wrong thing. There it is, just a little bit more saturated. You're good. What? Oh, I'm still on that brownish color. It's like, that's not right. I like the dick hair. I make this baby shine. I had someone in the Discord come in and be like, you should do biblical characters as Pokemon. You know, biblical monsters like the Leviathan. And then I was like, flat out, who told you what today's video is going to be? Being underlit? I want to lean into that spooky vibe. Sure. Let me just start over. Let's see. Go here. I can't try it being underlit, but I will do it underlit, and that's what it'll be for the sake of time. Just a heads up, though, when we do it underlit, most of this head's going to be in shadow. So a lot of the details in the head are going to be, like, gone. So just giving you the heads up. It adds to the spooky vibe. Like, I think what we'll do is we'll do that, and then I'll clear out the eyes and mouth so that they're still very visible, almost like they're glowing. But I'm just giving you the heads up. Because I was doing a lot of underlining in a recent video. And I realized that probably too late through the video. I was like, oh, a lot of these details are gone. Reference Bruce at a pre-evo or a little bat crying with Pokemon pearls in its claws. Dear God! Yes, its name is Orphan. Which would be very sad and terrifying if that wasn't already the beta name of an existing Pokemon. Go. Stern's, living form of Stern's existing Batman mon, so there you go. Ooh. I remember that in Detective Pikachu, where they're like, this is the perfect Pokemon for you. The orphan Pokemon? Yeah. Cubone. It is lonely and sad, and nobody loves it. This is the perfect Pokemon for me, huh? So cool. Thanks. Here we go. Here we go. I'm thinking about, this is a very biased poll. I'm thinking about changing my stream days back to Wednesdays. What do you guys think? Do you guys feel like that's easier for people, or do you feel like that's... And obviously I know that the vote is going to be biased because everyone who's here right now is like, yeah, this works fine for me. I'm like, yeah, I know. I know it does for you. You're here. I don't know. I've been thinking about it. It really doesn't change a lot for me. It makes my day a little bit easier. But I don't know. The biggest point against it is that then I don't get so many friends to call in. Gray eyes and a white pupil after you've done shading, or maybe even with the highlights, could you make an inner part of the eye a lighter yellow? Sure. You know what? Teapot the other day when we were doing stream said the nicest thing to me. And it's been on my mind ever since. I'm like, wow, that's really kind. And I feel like that's the principle of, like, kind words, is that it's something that people can hear and be like, I will hold that in my heart. And it means a lot. And it has nothing to do with what we're working on right now. But it is something that has been like, man, that's carried me through this week really well. I just had to say that. I don't know if you guys were here, or who was here and who wasn't, but I did want to say that because it was something that carried me through a lot. Do you stream every week or every 2 weeks? Every week. So either way. Alejandro Costers. I can't make it either way. Okay. No, I appreciate you, Alejandro. You played hide and seek in Marvel Rivals? I have not played Marvel Rivals. Whoa, those shadows are nuts. Oh, because I free-handed it. That's why. We said it was what? Gray eyes and a white pupil. Oh, yes. Oh, I remember that. That was a cool design. I think I sold off that design. I think that design's not mine anymore. I don't remember. Who is to say? Keep the eyes yellow, just the same thing with the yellow. Okay. Do you watch... No, I don't. I don't know what that is. Wait, you sell your designs? I do. So we'll do that, and then we'll do... white. Do white. I'm on the wrong. There we go. Okay. Great! I do. I sell my designs over at Ko-fi. Isn't selling designs and then saying you don't own them like an NFT? Or any other form of commerce? I mean, if I sell hot dogs, once I sell it, it's not mine anymore. Right? Wait. I've had that... I only bring it up because I've had that conversation with people where it's like, oh, so you're essentially selling NFTs when you sell your art. I'm like, not really? I guess it's as much selling NFTs as it is selling any type of good. So people can do what they want with the design. Pretty much. I have people who... Actually have people... The biggest bummer is I have people who say like, hey, I want to incorporate your character into a video game. Is that available? And a lot of the times, it's something that is like, it's been sold. Dogs aren't yours, at least until you return in the night as the digestinator. Yes. Give me your hot dogs. The hot dogs are not mine. I am merely renting them. Customer not flipping out is a feat. You're doing great, Stern. Oh, thanks. I appreciate it. I figure it's one of those things where I've worked in customer service, and just like this or anything else, it's all a form of customer service. And I love my customers, so, you know. It ain't all bad. When you guys are cool. I've told this story before. I have had to get snippy with people before and be like, hey, we're done working together. Just a heads up. And they're like, what? Why? I'm like, what do you mean, why? I have had that. And that is the least fun part of being an artist. Is when you have to be that person to somebody and be like, hey, just a heads up, I'm not working with you anymore. I've had several stories of that. Do you sell the commissions? No. I mean, they're sold already. Someone paid for it. So these things, they don't get sold. These are already sold. They belong to you guys. But like over at my Ko-fi, I sell stuff mainly from videos. So like my Ko-fi, I sell stuff from videos where I did a design and I'm like, I'm never going to use this again. I used it just for the like quote unquote experiment of the video. And from then, you know, that's where it becomes its own thing. No, I mean, Mammoth's just worried because I understand, because they just paid for a commission, and it's like, whoa, wait, hold on, that's gonna be for sale? No. That was for sale. You bought it. It's yours. Yeah, no, the ones that I do on the live streams do not go up for sale. Because they belong to people already. You've already bought them. I'm not going to sell something that belongs to someone else. I return us to the metaphor of the hot dog vendor. But yeah. No, I sell the designs from videos where it's like, man, I had a lot of fun with that video, and now I'm never going to use that design again. And so I sell it. Because there's no point in me keeping it. I'm not going to use it, may as well. How much for you to draw the Pokemon without color? $20. Stern, I asked in DMs too, but just wondered if I could consult you with some direct character design advice some points later. Sure, if I'm available. Usually after these, I run off and I take a nap. And then that's part of why I want to move from Fridays to Wednesdays is right now my Fridays are packed. So right now I do these and then I go coach T-ball. So if I'm available, depends on what time we end this. Because once we're done, if I got to run, then I got to run. I'm coaching history. I don't know about Lack. I know the name. The name is familiar. But I don't know it off the top of my head. I'm a vicious T-ball coach. Because I like winning. Can we have snack now? You can have snack when you win! Look at the boy. Look at the bat boy, man boy thing. Of the fun teacher who is surprisingly scary when they get pissed off. That's our PE teacher. My family has a terrible problem with temper. Imagine one of the T-ball kids found the channel. It's my worst fear. Well, I want to win. I like to win. I also love how the text got cut off there. Asked Stern, wait, don't they keep score in T-ball? To which Stern said, visit the Sterninator Ko-fi page at https://kofi.com/thesterninator. Absolute. What? What? Why does this say recovered? Save as draw on demand 10. New, I guess? Sure. Alright, who's next? I'm actually going to turn off commissions. Alright, we got two for us. Two-stage Pokemon based on Pig Brain, Soup in Thailand, Pig, Alien, UFO, Bowls, Mosaic, and Floating Brain. Dear God. Ground Psychic into Rock Psychic. We'll send info and references later. Can do. Who is your most desired Batman character you want to appear in the Absolute comics? Deacon Blackfire. A very underused villain. I'd actually love to see him in the next Batman movie. I think he'd be perfect. But Deacon Blackfire. Gibster has followed on Twitch. What the hell? Who do you think you are, I am? Who do you think you are, I am? Okay, so first stage is based on a bowl and a pig brain. And a pig brain. Cute and scared alien looking with pig features like nose and eyes in a mosaic style and similar to Sinister. I'm assuming that's Sinisty. Ground psychic type. Okay. Bowl is made out of glass. Bowl is also now shaped like a UFO. Maybe some shape center details like Deoxys form still keeping the psychic features. Okay, so mosaic, pig, UFO, bowl of soup. Didn't you also do this on Twitch? Yeah! Give me the follows everywhere. What's the Absolute Batman Pokemon's name? I have no idea. That's for Gib to decide. Gib. Give us a name. I also want to look back at some of these designs that I did before. This guy desperately needs some further rendering. But this guy, ooh. Based on a Tengu. I'm going to go restroom. Be right back. Sleep. Be right back. I return. I went to the restroom, came out, and then there was someone at my door, and that became a whole thing. No idea what's up with that. I'll tell that story in just a moment. Okay, UFO pig mosaic bowl soup. 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 UFO pig mosaic bowl soup with an idea style similar to Synesty. Based on a bowl and a pig brain. Oh, I forgot the brain. Cute and scared alien looking with pig features. Start with a bowl. That's how most of my Saturdays start. Start with a bowl of cereal. And then some cartoons. Stern, put that radio on. What radio? Do I not have my music playing? Oh, duh. There we go. Beep pop. Thank you, K Omega. By the way, I just started watching Invincible again, and is K Omega a play on Kid Omega? Is it Kid? No, it's Kid Omni-Man, isn't it? Kid Omega is something else. I don't know what that is. What? What? Who knows? What if? Wait, hold on. I'm having a thought. Instead, what if we did the bowl from the underside? Did you see the Thrag episode? Not yet. I just finished the first Conquest fight. No. I just finished... Yeah, I think the first Conquest fight. Or Conquest is back. It's after school hours, prepare for children. I saw our views go up. Do that, do that, do that. Here where I'm at, it is not after school hours. If we do this... Oh, I'm well aware of everything that's going to happen. I mean, don't spoil it for other people, but I'm well aware. Don't worry. It's hard to spoil something that's based on a comic book for me. I've read a lot of the comics. What I haven't read, I've seen. Again, TikTok is what got me back into being like, I should watch more Invincible. So I've seen everything. One true time zone, baby. It's noon. Hit that pig with a hammer and he gets 10 gimme goo coins. Want it worried, but also having kind of the Synesty expression. So I'm wondering if we could do like this. By the way, Stern, since you didn't read the latest Absolute Babs of Issue, do you want me to send you a site you can read it on? It's definitely a setup chapter, but it's still pretty up. No, I'll buy it. I like giving the artists and the people who work on it the money. Sad pig soup. And then we'll work on like the mosaic type of feel here. You should have it cracked and the shards should be the ears. I think doing a mosaic and shards is a lot. Because suddenly you're going to lose a lot of the definition and stuff. So I'm trying to do like a semi-cracked mosaic type of feel. Maybe we could even do like this. And then in like the coloring, which we're not doing coloring on this one. This patch would be a different color. So it's like, oh, it's a spotted pig. And then it has like the soup up here. The brain. That was a big part of it, was the brain. But we can go more cartoony. It's pig brain soup. It's pig brain time. And then we could even have the tail coming out of here. So we have some cohesion between the shapes of like, oh, it's a pig. There we go. Ooh. Was thinking Mosaic Tetris nose and eyes kind of look, if you're into that. Yeah, we can do that. I mean, you said Sinisty Eye, so I went with like this more goopy, but we can do that too. More angular. Make everything a little bit more angular. And up here we have the pig brains. Keep up some of those same shapes to make the brain. But obviously it's Pokemon, so we don't want to go too, like, grotesque. I'm a grotesque guy, but Pokemon is not. They don't like it. So it's still Mosaic E, but it's still a brain E. Looks like those classic UFOs. That's the intent. We're going to get to the classic UFO in the next design. So it evolves into a UFO. So I wanted to have just a little bit of that same energy. Bowl. Bowl. Too much bowl. Enough bowl. Perfect bowl. Not perfect enough bowl. There we go. I think that's where we want to be. And then for the top, we'll go like a type of thing. Let's see. Yep, there we go. That's well. Yes! Pig ball! That more rounded though. I think that's kind of closer to what we want. Yeah. Yes, I agree with you, Stern. Lovely, lovely pig bowl. You know what made me sad the other day? I'll wait for responses. Blocking shapes. Greetings! I don't normally do this, but my home island of the Marianas in Guam have been utterly devastated by Super Typhoon Sinlaku. Some prayers would mean a great deal for us. God bless. Thoughts and prayers? Where's my thing? Where's my thing? Give me a sec. Thoughts and prayers. We never want any tragedies to happen. But thoughts and prayers. Do not again. What? What made you sad the other? Oh yeah. Stupid. It's stupid. I was thinking about, which is my own fault. I was thinking about Main Zero Circus because I was listening in the car to Running the Show, and I was all like, the song came on and I was like, oh, great song. And then the song Unredeemable from Spirited? Not, yeah. Spirited. Spirited? The Will Ferrell and Ryan Reynolds movie came on. And I was like, oh, I love this song. But I started thinking about it in reference to Kane. Of, am I forever unredeemable? Will I ever find someone who helps me make up for all I've done? Or is all I am unlovable? And I was like, oh man, to hear, if I could hear Kane sing this song, that'd be insanely sad. Am I forever unredeemable? Could I ever be someone who makes up for all I've done? Or is all I am unlovable? Am I someone someone can forgive? Could I take the dream and live? Can my worst be left behind? And do I deserve to find there's a soul who could see any good in me? Or will it be that I will always be unredeemable? What is the One Piece episode? I don't know. It's done. I just don't know when I'm going to put it out. His little feet are the pegs of the bowl. Just like a song, I love songs of redemption in stuff. And just the idea of like a character who's like, I need to be redeemed because I can't redeem myself and I don't know if I'm even worthy of it. I was like, man, that's super sad. And then putting that over the idea of like Kane, I was like, this is really sad. This is a really sad thought that I gave myself. That I now share with you. Of like Kane as a character who is doing what he was programmed to do, but is so hyper fixated on it that it ends up essentially driving him insane. Because oh, I know. Oh, I'm right there. I'm right there, bud. I'm right there, Puddin'. Pig brain, icky sticky pig brains. We have to believe inside the worst of us there is some decency there. You know that you can achieve something miraculous if you'd only dare. I've gotta know, I've gotta try. That's how I'll know if I'm forever unredeemable. There we go. You're telling me a pig fried this rice? Can I ever be someone who makes up for all I've done? Or is all I am unlovable? Am I someone someone can forgive? Can I take the leap and live? Can my worst be left behind? And do I deserve to find there's a soul who could see any good in me? Or will it be that I won't always be unredeemable? Is this where this line goes? Yes. Would you play Tomodachi Life? I don't know, maybe. I give you crazy ideas to test you. Do you feel tested? I do. Good. Like you work for the government? Can you draw pig UFO soup brain? My God, he did it. We're starting an organization. We'd love for you to be a part of it. You've passed our tests. We believe you may be the one who can put a stop to all this. Pig. Oh, you got a little poop there. Clean that up. Got that little stray little line. And then I picture like this little section here being a different color, so we got a little spot. Pig! 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 Let's evolve him. I'm gonna crash my computer if I keep doing that. I know it. I'll always be unredeemable. Pig! Pat! Up all night. There we go. Let's evolve him. Let's evolve him. Let's evolve him. Round 2. Second stage starter is bigger, and now the bowl is made out of glass bowl. It's also now shaped like a UFO. Shapes and details like Deoxys form, still keeping the mosaic feature style. Rock psychic type. Okay. Make the big pig. Make the pig big. Glass bowl. But we want UFO. So clearly, the bowl should be upside down. Big glass bowl. See-through glass bowl. Pig. What if we keep the snout this way? So it gets a little bit more menacing, but it's still the same snout, just upside down. I don't know. We'll see. No, I want it more round than that. Mm-hmm. Interesting to go mosaic for ground type and then glass for rock type. Right? Yeah. Angie pig. The pig she angie. Pig brain. I'm trying to figure out what we can do here. Apart from just turning the whole thing upside down. Because so far that's what we got. There's got to be a better way. There's got to be a better way. Thought steel UFO, but then thought glass would be nice. Yeah, I'm just trying to find a way to make it... How do we evolve the concept? Right? Bowl. UFO. Pig. Glass bowl, UFO, pig. Glass bowl, UFO, pig. Glass bowl, yes. UFO. Mm-hmm. Pig. Mm-hmm. All of these things come together. Glass bowl. What if we flay it out? What if we flay it out like this? I think maybe we're getting somewhere, maybe. What if it's like fine china? I think that's the case. But fine china typically isn't glass. It's usually not clear. What if we keep that there? This is a bowl. Some patterns on here. It's a different type of bowl. I think so. I think, yeah, maybe, perhaps. Same type of thing as the Synesthe type of feel there. Still feels like a face, but isn't a face. Yeah. Use the vegetables of the soup to make almost husk-like shapes. Steam from the soup to make a tail. We're doing a lot of things here, but I'm hoping it can all come together. Like, we're using more of the soup type of feel. Like, the soup has become the brain has become the primary Pokemon here. It's a little weird, but I'm wondering if it'll work. Make this whole thing bigger. But we lose so much of the UFO vibe. Start over. Saucer. Flying saucer into a saucer type of pattern. I mean, that's kind of what I'm seeing in the reference picture here. How about stained glass so that it can still have color with the metal in between? Yeah, but it wasn't in the write-up, so I'd have to hear what the person who commissioned it would say. But stained glass feels like it, I don't know, it feels like it doesn't really go with the bowl type of aspect. Because bowls aren't made of stained glass. We can do it. I believe. I believe in me. Let's go for like a saucer type of feel. Yeah, I think we're getting somewhere. Because I'm also saying, okay, let's see. Second stage is bigger and the bowl is made out of glass. Shaped like a UFO. Silica, it's all just silica, baby. Maybe some shape center details like Deoxys form, still keeping the mosaic feature style. Yeah, we want the mosaic style, so that's there. We simplify that. Maybe. We have it almost like floating in the soup, like the soup is grabbing it. Making that little wisp. This one is stumping me. Let's see. If I do something like this. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Let him cook. Alright, here we go. So we do something like that. Okay, I think maybe. Maybe. We'll see. This bigger. Who's your favorite unused Pokemon? Mine is the true form of Arceus. I have no idea. I like when Pokemon don't have their forms revealed, so it's hard to say. Do this. Try and flatten that out as much as we can for a moment. What's the hardest shape you've ever had to draw? I don't know. It's an interesting question. Three-dimensional dodecahedron. I'm just trying to think of the hardest shape. Okay, we'll do that. Put that there. Put that thing back where it came from. Azim has not tried to stop me, so I'm assuming I'm doing everything well within the realm of what they're wanting. Looks cool given ramen pork vibes. Why? How did this little window pop up? I don't want that. Okay. I think ramen pork is kind of the closest thing to the likely approximation that we can get to on this. Because it's for pig brain soup. but we also want to throw in some UFO vibes. Was the request. Let's see, do them for my region and to see what you can cook up. Fair enough. Yeah, I'm like, if I'm going nuts and the person who commissioned me isn't stopping me, then I'm like, I'm gonna keep going. Okay, let me do that. I think we're getting somewhere. Yeah? Yeah. We're cooking with yams. I think my problem is I'm very opinionated on Pokemon designs. And so when I get stuff that's like weird, I'm like, it has to work. But the thing is, sometimes it has to like work in my mind. But sometimes what works in my mind is not what the client wants. I mean, even the Pokemon company is like, they'll do stuff that I'm like, that doesn't work. Like when Belly Bolt came out, I was like, okay, cool, so that's a fake leak. And then it wasn't. And I was like, oh, okay. It's glass. We're going to have like other end kind of be seen through the back here. Who's the weirdest Ultra Beast? I think the weirdest one? Probably Stakataka. But I love Stakataka, so that doesn't mean it's a bad one. It's just a weird one, and it's purposefully weird. Make that just a bit bigger, so it feels just a bit more intimidating. Do that at 5? Yeah, 5's perfect. Make Goofy as in silly looking. Blacephalon. Again, purposefully so. Have you read the new Transformers comics? I have not. Transformers is a lot to keep up with in the comics. Like, I know the G1 lore, but then it's like, oh, well, do you know about the new stuff? I'm like, no. God, no. Too much. Too much has changed. Too much has happened. I did watch Transformers 1, though, which is probably the best movie I've seen in a while. There we go, get that. Transformers 1 is so fire. It's so good. New comics are a complete reboot and shared multiverse with G.I. Joe Mask. Mask?! Like the Mask? Hold on, I may need to get into this. Like Stanley Ipkiss? Which, oh, I know is not necessarily like the character of the Mask in the comics, but hold on. Old cartoon toy line. Mask. Ah. Autobots wage the battle to destroy the evil forces of the Decepticons. You're not kept up. I should. I wish I did. It's just so hard. Comics are a difficult medium to be to keep track of. At least for me, because there's a lot, and I'm a completionist, so I'm like, okay, if I'm doing it, I got to do it all, and I'm a fan of these things, so I got to get all of those. It becomes a lot. Opinion on the new Transformers cartoon series? I don't know. I watched like Earthspark. I don't like it. I don't care for it. The second they were like, what if Megatron is a good guy now? It's like, okay. So this isn't for me. And I was like, that's fine. What if we take away the one thing that makes Megatron so well known in the public consciousness? And I was like, I'm fine not keeping track of this. My secret government branch that wear these crazy Toku line helmets. Yeah, I thought you meant for a minute. I thought it was like the mask, Stanley Ipkiss. The mask, you know? I was like, there's no way. Earthspark was good for one season. Yeah. You're talking about the one where Megatron turned into a gun? You mean all of them? I'm fairly certain he turns into a gun in all of them, especially the OG series. Megatron has always been a gun. Just showing what we're talking about. I have no Transformers. I have no idea. I'm trying to keep up. I feel like the conversation left me long ago. There we go. It's politics and hard shafted the showrunner switched to a different team and studio, and it just became a mess. Ugh. Hasbro or Insomniac for a Transformers 1 spinoff. Good luck. Cool idea. I hope you get through. Was that my image? No, I did a Transformers video. God, that's gotta be a year oldish now. They're the ones where he turns into a gun. He turns into a tank sometimes. I think that's the new thing, is people are like, it's very weird that he turns into a gun. And also, I think people were like, it's going to be real hard for us to sell that to a modern audiences. Of like, hey, here's the big bad guy. He turns into a gun. Thundercracker switches sides to join the Autobots. Does he get a new name? Not to say there's anything wrong with Thundercracker. No, same name. Good. Thundercracker. Good American name. My mother's name was Jughead. Well, I was thinking about changing it. Why? It's a good American name. RC take Ultra Magnus' place as a Magnus? What? But Ultra Magnus is still a Magnus? What? Now it's tank or jet, depending on how G1 accurate the design is. Yeah. Pig, UFO, soup, brain. Ever made a Breaking Bad style Pokemon? No, I don't think there's a ton of overlap in the audiences. I could be wrong. Boral soup. Little pig friend. Big pig friend. Nerd in the movie because Hasbro will never make him a gun again. That's true. The tank is pretty cool. It's just a bummer because, yeah, they will never do gun again. I always thought it was weird that it was like, he turns into a gun, and then the guy who wants to usurp the power fires him. Weird, right? Alright, let's see. What do we got here from Dada D? Another Evo of this. It's very dark. The spirit is humanoid fox. Love it. The dress is long and swirls around the body. Its tail make up the long dress and the bottom curled. No point shoulders. This kind of gives Hatterene vibes. If too much, we can do a different Pokemon. No, we can do this. So we're evolving our cat Pokemon that we've worked with before. Copy image. Please. Thank God. Take all of that. Get rid of one so we can just focus on one reference. Image there. Hey, yo, Stern. Hey, Stern. Psst. Yeah, I know. We got 6 minutes. In the new comic, they explain why Starscream shoots Megatron as a gun. It's sort of a mind control, unwilling thing. It's kind of a horrific for Starscream, as it should be. That guy deserves everything that's coming to him. Okay, so we got this one, but we're gonna make it a lady in a dress slash fox. This vibe, as well as this vibe. That's an evolution to this. Man, you guys are testing me today. The mother of all the evils. Oh, perfect. Yeah, we can do that. Making Pokemon regions are terribly hard. They take so much time. They're fun anyways, no matter how hard it is. Original body gets wrecked. They melt it down and turn it into a bunch of G1 style Megatron guns that mind control humans. God, just like real life. Alrighty. I'm gonna get me a water real quick. Delicious, delicious water so that I can hydrate. Oh, grab me a water too, thanks. Delicious A&W water since 1919. No caffeine. I highly doubt that. Alrighty. I got some ideas here. God, I'm sick. I should have known. I've been bamboozled. Let's give her a snoot. Real Jungle Skog came to visit me, and the one thing that he had to tell everyone was I didn't see Stern drink water once the day because I drank three 8-ounce glasses of water in front of him over the course of an hour. Yeah, it's like, thirsty boy, huh? Drinking a lot of water. It's like an average amount of water. It's like, I don't know about that. Then we went to pizza and he got a soda, and I was like, no water? You a water drinker? I thought you were a water drinker, huh? I talked to him in the same cadence of Fallout, calling someone a smooth skin. What's going on there, water drinker? I don't like water. I grew up in a juice house. He said we don't drink water. Yeah, I grew up in a juice house. We always had juice. My house was the one that my brother's friends, I didn't have any friends, all came to because they were like, that house has all the snacks. It was like well known. Our house had no water, plenty of snacks. Like water was like a punishment. Like if we were drinking water, something was wrong. Stern had so much sugar as a kid that he never learned to drink non-sweetened, basically. Yeah, so now I don't really drink water. Best conversation I ever had with a friend was we were at McDonald's and we were getting a soda to share. And he goes, "You don't get ice?" I said, "I don't drink ice." He goes, "You don't drink ice?" I said, "Yeah, that's what I said." What? What? I miss drinking soda. I haven't had any in months because soda affects my outcome of my skin meds, but it's temporary. Oh, you were a juice cutter? You were one of the kids who that's how Mrs. Stern was yeah. My father-in-law still does that. These you were working on at the start of the stream. Maybe, I don't know. I'm thinking about it. If I do, it would be on the other channel. So, like, it was a weird thing, because I married into the family, and it was like, what's he doing? Oh, he was getting a Gatorade, and it was like, he would put half water. And I was like, that's odd. It was like, oh yeah, it's just too sweet. And I was like, that's odd. Because I grew up in a very sweet house, where stuff was never too sweet. That was the way things was. You had to cut chocolate milk with white? What? We were a snack household. We were a snack house. It's astonishing Stern doesn't have diabetes. No one in my family does. It's just not something we get. My mom, oh God, she will make a cake that she's like, I made brownies. And I'm like, oh, thanks, Mom. And we'll take a bite and we're like, good God! Why is it so sweet? And she's like, oh, it's fine, it's regular. And I was like, no! Mom, this'll kill people. I told her, I was like, Mom, this'll kill people. She's like, no, it's fine. Jungle's Call didn't meet my parents, but it's, yeah. No, it's fine. Like, Mom, this is gonna hurt people. You've created, I was like, Mom, you've made a weapon. She's like, no, it's okay. Mom, you've made a biological weapon. No, it's fine. People like it like that. My dogs, my dogs, my dogs. Stern also bought a $14 Wonka bar. I did. I was like, oh wow, a Wonka bar. I've never seen these in the wild before. I'll take it. And it was the cashier who warned me. It's $14. I was like, okay. The cashier tried to stop me from buying from their store. It's $14. Okay. Do I enjoy being difficult? Most definitely. Yeah. I went to buy it. I said, oh, Wonka bar. I'll have one of those. And the cashier goes, just a heads up, it's $14. And I was like, okay. Jungle Scott came and hung out with me for 2 days and was like, I have so much to tell people about this terrible, terrible human. This terrible, terrible thing that masquerades as a human. That'll be $6 for your soda, Stern. Actually, throw in that Wonka bar, cashier. That'll be $20. No, he flat out said, he was like, it's $14. And I was like, okay. Reminds me of the Reptar bar. I remember the Reptar bar. Look at this foxy lady. Maybe give her a tie this here so that we can have more of this rappy thingy come in. I want to know when our next Ultra Beast event will be. Dude, me too. Me too. I think we'd all love to know. Because I don't want to know what it was. It was yummy, and that's all that matters. Truer words never spoken. The stuffing kind of dwindling down a little bit. Give us a little bit more of a silhouette there. Look at her! Give her a cane with one of the needles. No golden ticket out. Yeah! That was the other thing. Was the guy was like, oh, they actually have golden tickets in them. I was like, what do I win? He said, you get a free soda. I was like, I'm buying a soda. Should I buy this separately? No. I didn't get to go to the chocolate factory. Once again, I let my dad down. No golden ticket? Well, looks like you're never going to the chocolate factory. I love that gag in The Simpsons with Lisa like that. It's like, your dad doesn't read to you? He did once, but he got confused and thought the book was real. He's still looking for that chocolate factory. Willy Wonka played a heavy role in my childhood. Put that on a t-shirt. Both paws in the cane or one paw on the chest? Oh, yes. Lovely. We can do that. Did you hear about the new Wonka movie they're making? Oh, you mean Charlie versus the Chocolate Factory? Of course. Listen, bud. I know everything that goes on in the Wonkaverse. Who do you think you're talking to? Who do you think you are? I am. By the way, I found out the other day the origin of that quote So it was a guy who was doing, like, he was in a pro golf league, and he said, he mixed up his words, I'm certain. He said, "Who do you think you are? I am." And I guess they asked him about it later, like, what happened? And he goes, "Oh, I was kind of flustered." And he tries to defend what he said by saying, "I was yelling at a kid in the crowd who was heckling. I was yelling like an 11-year-old in the crowd who was heckling me." And it's like, I wouldn't tell that story. I would make up a lie if I were you. Willy Wonka ruined my childhood. So do you guys remember a couple years ago they did like the Johnny Depp Willy Wonka? Jules Cog knows exactly where this story's going. They did the Johnny Depp Willy Wonka, and my dad was like, "Oh boy, Willy Wonka! I love Willy Wonka. Can't wait." And that's what he did. We had to take him to the hospital. No, but he was pumped about it. He was like, "Willy Wonka, you're very cool." You couldn't torture that out of me. Very gym leader. I wish in Sword and Shield having this. Oh yeah, absolutely. He was like, "Yeah, I'm pumped about it. I'm really excited." Anyway, we watch it. I think we bought it on DVD. And he got very upset because Willy Wonka does not do the flip at the beginning with the cane. Right? He doesn't do the flip. And that, I guess, was the breaking point for my dad. Was like, he doesn't do the flip with the cane like Gene Wilder did. And that was the breaking point for my dad. I should call him. I'm going to call him. And I think I'll call him in a minute and have him on stream and have him explain to me why he doesn't like a modern takes on Willy Wonka. Because he's very opinionated about it. Would that be fun? Would you guys like that if I called my dad and was like, "Dad, tell us about Willy Wonka"? Be like, "Oh, where do I begin?" And that's the only thing he's opinionated about. The fatherinator? The dadinator? Hello, life giver. Hello, son. I have no son. Hey, Dad, you're on stream. No, I'm not. And he hangs up the phone. Dad, you're on stream. Doubt it. I should do it with my dad. That'd be a fun one. My dad tries to name Pokemon. Because here's the thing. I'm going to do that video with my wife. And she's pumped about it. She's like, "Yeah, we're going to do a video like that." Well, the thing is, she knows some Pokemon. My dad knows none. Not a single one. You could show him a picture of Pikachu and say, "Who is this?" And he'd be like, "I've seen it before. I don't know who it is." Stern's dad still doesn't understand how Stern makes money doing this. He's kind of come around. Because he also works in, like, advertising. And since then, he's like, "Oh, I get it. Okay. You're selling content." Like, yes. That's what I've been saying. Not even Pikachu. I think he'd recognize Pikachu, but he wouldn't know the name. That's my guess. Only problem is, if I were to do this, I would have to ambush him. Because I feel like if I was like, "Hey, I'm doing this video. We're going to do this video later. What do you think?" He'd be like, "Okay, sounds good." And then he would research. Are you called Sterninator because there's a Terminator? No, I'm called the Sterninator for a very different reason. Medically. Yeah. He would research. He'd be like, "I'm not going to look like a fool." I'm like, "Dad, it's not looking like a fool. It's just, it's a fun game." He's like, Wifeinator shows him Pokemon, he names them, and then you draw a Fakemon based on the name given. That'd be fun. I could see that happening. What about Evil Stern? I have bad news for you. you're looking at him. You're looking at you. I've been evil Stern the whole time. Nobody told me it was one! Alright, time to upload that video, I guess. Edit. Unlisted. Make public. Save. Can you do a wraparound like the twist mark on the lower dress part? Like it's yarn? Oh, yeah. We can do that. He's been here the whole time. So, like, on the lower dress. A twist, like, oh, like down here. Yeah, like a flayed out, like, there's a name for it. Ah, shoot, there's a name for it. What do we mean? Do we mean this part here? This part? You got it. We can do that. I think that's going to be lovely. Ooh, lovely, lovely ladies. Lovely, lovely ladies. Make her a little bit more narrow, then. I love that idea. We do that. Yeah, so it's more of a transition. Like such? I do like that. In fact, I might want to move that up more. I'm going to do the same thing. We're not going to panic. We're not going to freak out. I just want to move it up more so that the shapes are more purposeful. Will you ever make the Doctor as Fakemon because of Poppy Playtime Chapter 5? I don't know. Guys, I have no plans for when and how and why these videos come out. Sometimes I'll make a video and be like, fun video. And then I just won't release it for some reason. Or I'll do all the artwork and then I'm like, fun, I don't want to record this. I have a Yu-Gi-Oh video that's done. All the art's done. It needs to be like all the art's done. The script is written. I just, for some reason, I'm like, I don't want to record this. You know what I mean? I'm sure you don't, but irregardless. I don't know what it is. I think it's just like, oh, this will be fun, and then it's something that like I put off for too long. And then I lose interest in it. And I'm like, I don't want to do that after all. So I don't know. Everyone's tired or you're just really sad. Yeah, it's probably the depression, honestly. It's probably the depressive slump. Of like, I think it's honestly, if I'm being 100% honest, I'm certain it's the ADHD. I'm certain that it's just like me being like, this will be a fun idea, this will be really cool, and then like I lose the focus on it, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to do it anymore. I'd rather do this. And that's why I try to be cautious when I tell people, like, hey, I'm working on this video. Like, I think I said it before, where I was like, I'm working on a One Piece video or something. And now I get people all the time. It happened earlier in this thing. Hey, when are we getting the One Piece video? I'm like, I don't know. The art's all done. Luckily, Panio on Instagram did one. So I was like, okay, I can hold off a little bit. $100,000 just to do it. I mean, I'd do it. I'd be like, yeah. People pay. I mean, I take sponsorships all the time. Not all the time. I wish it was all the time. Remember what's happened with Dan in it? Yeah. I just lose interest suddenly, and it makes me sad. Because I'm like, man, I really want to do that video. I'm like you guys. I'm like, I really want this video to come out. I don't want to work on it. And I just, like, lose interest. And it makes me sad. It makes me sad. Like, I want you guys to know, as much as you're like, oh, man, I wish that video would come out. So that's why I try not to bring up, like, videos that I'm working on. Unless they're actively happening. Like Stern Conversations. That's coming back. Because I have some stuff that's, like, prepared for it. And I mention it in, like, the latest video that I put out just a moment ago? Or is it one that's coming out? I don't know. I talk about it. And the reason is because I'm like, well, I have it already. Be able to flash the absolute baddie Pokemon on screen so I can take a quick screenshot? You mean steal? Yeah. That's fine. Let me move it up. The two strings and twist it. Like the lower part of the dress is its tail. Oh, yes! Yes, you mentioned that. Yes, we can do that. You had mentioned that. Let me get this cane done here. Or this sewing needle. Yes, sorry about that. You had mentioned that in the write-up. Golf tee looking ass. Is anyone else watching Love on the Spectrum? Oh, it's so good. If you're not watching it, you should. It's so good. Let me get this part done here, and then we'll go back to the dress. And have it done appropriately. Have it done the way that was requested, rather than whatever the hell I did. Something like that. Been reading about Deacon Blackfire since you mentioned him, and he's low-key fire. He's awesome. He's a great character. I have almost like a fan story of fanfic, I guess, but of what the fan script of what the next Batman movie could look like with Deacon Blackfire as the main villain. I low-key love that. No, I high-key love that. Then we put like some little sprigs of hair coming off of here. Yes, but make twist lines in it because it have multiple tails. Yes. Keeps it wrapped looking like it's one tail. I love that idea. Who am I to deny a lady her tales? That sounds weird. I know there's nothing wrong with that phrase. It came out of my brain. It just feels weird. Who am I to deny a lady her tales? What a gorgeous, beautiful lady. What a gorgeous, beautiful lady. Accentuate that this is multiple tales a little bit more here. With the shadows. What a gorgeous, beautiful lady. Like she is floating on a cloud. The fox lady is a nine-tailed fox that plucks the strings like fur to make the yarn. For it is Prevo, that makes sense. Ooh, I love that. I love when there's story. Do we like the yarn? If I do more, not yarn, but like the fluff that's dwindling down. I feel like it makes a really interesting silhouette, but I also kind of like it clean. What do you think? What do you think, Data Durden? Your first idea? From the sketch with it kind of dwindling down? Yeah, I agree. I just got nervous about it. I don't know why I suddenly got nervous about it. I was like, shouldn't it? It's really pretty. Thank you. No, you are! Almost hit the wrong shortcut key and almost made a terrible mistake. There's a button here on Photoshop, which is a terrifying button, and it's right next to like all of my most used buttons. Where the idea behind it is, oh, do you want to rotate the entire canvas? And I hit it often. But the thing is, it doesn't let you then return it to its original orientation. So it's like, if you rotate it, it's like, I don't know which way my canvas is supposed to go now. I hope this is right. It's supposed to be inviting, like a mother. But if you do her on her child wrong, it takes that person's soul exact into her own children. Just like my mom. And then we'll make some fluffies kind of floating around her. She has this air of elegance often. That's really just the fuzzies just kind of floating around. There we are. What did you think of a space? Is Ron here? Did I miss Ron? Or are you talking to me? Alright, Stern. Happens all the time. My mom likes Ron more too. I love it. Stern, what would you think of a space-themed reason? Because it is literally just in outer space. I think it's cool. I think you should go for whatever your heart desires. And if anyone tells you they're wrong, tells you that you're wrong, strike them down. Make them kneel before the might. Teach them the meaning of hate. Bring back his Gen 2 languages from breaking out of confusion. Instead of Pokemon is no longer confused. It was Pokemon is confused no more. The thing is, I just want to make the map of it. Just want to make the Pokemon and trainers. Then do that. Who's stopping you? Who's telling you you can't? I drew this guy. And I was like, what is this for? What's my intent? And I was like, I just really want to draw it. And now, while we're all here hanging out, I'm going to finish up this shark dude. Because I want to. Because I can. Because there's no one stopping me. Because I am my own living, breathing human being. And I have the capacity to. We all have blood. Ours or not. That's not important. And I wish people would stop asking where I'm getting all of this blood. Because it does get annoying. It's mine because I own it. See what I'm saying? We're all humans. We're all people. Next is your Fox 4 Mega when I get the money. Nice! I'm excited for it, man. You always have such cool designs. Sometimes I'm genuinely curious when it's like, hey, here's my reference drawing. Can you make this? I'm like, why are you commissioning me? This is phenomenal. Spending too much time on the peen. Have to move on. People will start to get suspicious. All right. I love your work. Thanks, man! Yeah, I do get genuinely... I'm like, yeah, sometimes I get people like, can you draw this? I'm like, huh? For what? And they're like, because I like your art. I'm like, why? I think I just grew up in a household where art wasn't seen as something that was, like, useful. And so oftentimes when I do get commissions, I'm like, cool. What's this for? They're like, for a commission. I'm like, what? Like, I want to pay you to draw. I'm like, what? No, this isn't a real thing. I'm going to commission my gorillas next, but I'm going to have to miss next week's stream because I'm traveling. Fair enough. I like to travel. Where are you traveling? What's your home address? Don't answer that, please. But where are you traveling? I like to travel. I'm looking for a place to take Mrs. Stern on vacation. Actually. Right now our option is the desert. No reason. She's like, hey honey, you know where we should go? She's like, where? I'm like, this desert. There's no one there. No witnesses. She's like, okay. I'm like, perfect. It's all coming together. Wedding. Texas. That's all. Okay. Will you fix the Quabless and Fusion you made me? Just asking if you forgot to no rush. I did forget. I will fix it. Thank you for reminding me. Let me see what my layers look like on this guy. What did I do? Oh, I combined all my layers because I'm an idiot. Oh no, did I? I did. But it was just the shadow layers. Where Yugi's grandpa is. Have you seen the Gravity Inquiries meme going around? No. What is that? Tell me. Tell me now. Tell me now I'm getting upset. Go to Texas and go to a place called Beck's Prime. It's a burger place. Okay. I think right now we kind of want to go to Tennessee too. I've been there, she hasn't. So I think that's a part of it. I made a random Pokemon a couple minutes ago, even though it's really just 3, but I call them 1 because they don't ever leave each other, because it's 2 floating hands following a floating orb. That is the head. And Bucky's the biggest... I'm well aware of Bucky's. I'm well aware of Bussies. I went on a road trip once on accident with Jugelskog, and we saw Bucky's, but we didn't stop at Bucky's. I don't think I've ever formally been to Bucky's. I have not formally been introduced to Bucky. Because of the Godzilla -0 teaser, people are joking that Gurus will appear as the second kaiju, naming him Gravity Incarus because a shot of gravity-defying debris. Cool. Yeah, the barbecue is amazing. Maybe I'll go. I mean, if I see one, I'm gonna go just for the meme of it all. Just to be like, I'm Stern, I'm here at Bucky's. I'll get a t-shirt. If I do it for a video, it's a tax write-off. Just like when I went to Disneyland. I didn't want to go. I had to go for work. So it was a tax write-off. I love taxes. Because that's when I get to use all my write-offs. Like, do you have any write-offs for the year? Ho, 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 buddy. They're with the 2 other Evos you made me. The pre-Evos will be. How much will it be to get a line art of the Fox Mother with the 2 other Evos you made me? The pre-Evos will be? What do you mean? Do you mean, like, a new drawing of all of them interacting? Or do you mean, like... you want me to mesh together the line arts that we already have? Because if it's a new picture, then I do have to charge it like it's a new picture. But if it's a meshing of the lines, I can just do that. All of them interacting. I would have to charge it as a new picture with all the characters. So it'd have to be $50 per character, being that they're the same, essentially the same line. I usually give a discount for that outside of stream. So, I would probably do 1, 2, 3. 1 is outside of stream. When I do that type of stuff, it's 50 each, 90 for 2, and I think 120 for 3. I think. Yeah, that sounds right. So I would unfortunately have to treat it as a whole new picture. Do you want these or these? Yes. Yeah, with the delay and stuff in streaming, that's a lot of it. It's a lot of my stuff. It's like, are we talking about this or this? Yes. What? Go back. Okay. No. Go back to the way it was before. What do you mean? There's a delay. Look at my beefy shark boy. Now I'll save it for that later. No problem. I just super wanted to get back to work on this guy. He looks like a better King Shark. King Shark is already perfect. Don't you... You come into my house. And you talk negatively about Nanawe. You come into my house. You come into my house! You kiss me on the mouth! Yeah, I'm working on this little side project, potentially, hopefully, maybe, of a fighter game. And so I'm working on the characters slowly. This was, oh, a normal blue 10%. Okay. So I took the whole thing. And I made it, I think I got yellow. And then I did, yes, I did an inverse at 10%. But then I grabbed my highlight layer, deleted that from here, added that as yellow at 50%? No, 30%. For those cool highlights. Like 2. Let's do 1. Looks like King Shark if he was in TMNT anime. I can dig that. Perfect, exactly. Golden said, oh, thanks. I dig the design. Like, what if I did this, but instead of that yellow, I did like a blue. I do kind of like that better. A lot easier shine. And then I take the whole thing, I make it its own layer, give it a duplicate, just to give us what feels like a little bit of motion, a little trick here. Give us a little bit of offset. I might need a little bit more. No, that's perfect. Do the same thing, but with offset the other way and the other color. Take the original, swap out the inverse, do that, do that, do that, get that, there we go. Tiger sharks. Deeper cut, yeah, tiger sharks and silverhawks. That's a deep cut. So now I have this one layer that has everything on it. I'm going to take my line work and drop that on top so my line art can... So now my colors are offset, but my line art isn't. Love that. Love that for me. Makes it feel a little bit more lively, and I'm going to add just a scooch of noise. And now these guys look like they belong together. Two fighters, two heroes. Two big beefy boys. Two big beefy boys. What should the next one be? I have a Tengu. I have a shark. And the next design should be a what? What is between these two concepts? And ideally, this guy's like a lot smaller. He's like here. Do you know what this theoretical fighting game is about yet? No idea. I have a name for it. I don't want to spoil that, though. It's their theme for the OC series. A lot of these are characters that I've had for one reason or another that I either got rid of or stopped using. Let me see. Like, this Tengu is a reference to a picture that I did. I don't know. Probably like 8 years ago, 6 years ago. Let me see if I can find it. It's not there. I might have deleted it because I was like, I don't need this anymore and I need to make space. It's within like the initial game that I built for it a long time ago. I don't even know if this still runs. There's no way this is gonna run. Charlie, what the hey? Guys, that's Charlie Robbins, one of the best guitarists that probably the best guitarist that I know. Check out his channel. He does music. I believe a mushroom creature would be halfway between. Let me see if I can still play this. There's no way that this is still going to work. Such an old game. Yeah, it doesn't even want to test. I'm pulling open the old file that I had when I was building the game. Merc Tiger, half one color, half another. I feel like we already have an animal-based character. Icon? No. Images? There's no way it's actually playing. Hold on. Hold on. This is the game that I made probably 8 years ago. That I attempted to make. I don't know why it's not showing up all the way. Maybe if I make it full screen? Oh, because it's cut. Because it's Photoshop. Test. I think you come in here. This guy's like, wait, let me battle you. Almost thought I wouldn't catch you. My name is Jolly and I'm a new trainer just like you. How do I know you were a new trainer? Okay, I followed you here from the bus. But in my defense, it's hard for people to make friends in new places. We could be a friend. Look, we got our own hexagens, too. Why don't we have a battle? And then you do, yeah. And then you start a battle. And then your characters. So, you can't see the other one. But it was a game that I started developing a long time ago. That I ended up not doing. Let's see. I ended up not finishing. Let's do 10-volt volley. I think this was it. I put this as a stopper. There's no way to beat this guy. Let's attack. Let's do feedback loop. Oh, there we go. But I'm trying to go back and restructure a lot of these characters, is the thing. That's the crux of what I'm trying to do on this. He's freezing me out. But you get the idea. Let's go back to Photoshop. You get the idea. A lot of older characters for a game that I've been working on for a long time that I'm just now trying to figure out the best way to do it. I don't have this character specifically in here. but like, the shark is actually a gender swap of this character from years back that I'm trying to renegotiate into its own character. This feels way too Legend of Zelda. I don't really have one for this guy. I have an old picture, but I don't know where it's at. What's this one? Yeah, these are old. Hello, Shark Lady. I'm just a girl. Let me see. I don't know where they would be. I'm going through all my folders, and I'm trying not to read out the names of all of the folders that I have on here, because a lot of them are stuff that isn't out yet. So I'm like, oh, Mario, yeah. Poppy 4, yeah. Ninja Circus, yeah. Am I in the wrong drive? Maybe I'm in the wrong drive. Nope, it's only that drive. I know I stumbled across them the other day. I was like, oh yeah, and that's what kind of drove me into this, because I was like, that'd be cool to do. Hop back into that. Yeah, this folder is... Yeah. Let's open an old... Let me save this first. Save this, that way I don't lose all of the progress. These are a bunch of old sprites. Oh, maybe it's in here. They're all a bunch of old sprites from the game. When I initially was working on it. Again, these are old. Player characters. Professor character. Snowman. These are old files. No, I don't want to save that. Yeah, okay, let me see. I can come in here. And a bunch of the older designs were like this Anubis type character that got redesigned already. Snowman. Very Ben 10 inspired, you can see. I think this one is one that I would want to redo. I just love the look of this and the shading. A Jester would be good. Why is this one off the screen? An archer. Reverse cast. Yeah, I think that's the thing is I'm like, I want to do a reverse cast, so I'm trying to figure... These are such old files. These are such old files. Maybe in here? No. I have no idea. I'd have to find it, but this guy I've drawn a million times before for this project, before I gave up each time. Well, I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to post your guys' commissions up on the Discord. If you don't have Discord, I'll email them to you. Mammoth, I'm going to go ahead and email you yours because I have your email. It'll just take some time. I have to save all these out, export them. That takes a little bit of time. And of course, I'm so tired, and I need to take rest so that I don't, die. So, yeah. Thank you guys for being here. I'll see you guys next time, yeah? Bye-bye. I love you. See you next Friday. I say I'm going to rest. I'm going to be working. I'm going to get back to working on these, and I'm going to hate myself for it. But Data D, I have been reminded I'm actually putting a star next to your thing here, so I know it's a favorite, so that I can get to that. No worries. But yeah, see you guys next time. Okay, I love you. Bye bye.